Hey everyone, it's Dr. Heather here. In some of the previous videos, we've gone ahead and started addressing how to identify if I should be stretching my hamstring, if I should be stretching out my hip flexors, and what do I do for some tight calves? Well, now comes into the question, well, I know my hamstrings are tight, but would I want to actually strengthen them? And the answer is yes. So if you guys want more information about some myofascial work that you can do, head over and check out my online myofascial course. In the myofascial course, we're going to go ahead and look at a head-to-toe approach, and we're going to simply start breaking down the tissue. And like I addressed in both the hamstring and the calf video as well, you want to use the myofascial techniques to help break down the tissue first, because what we want to do is make sure that the tissue is really broken down so we can increase flexibility and mobility, and then we can go ahead and start doing some simple strengthening exercises. So now that we've gone ahead and we've gone into our stretches for our hamstring, we know how to actually identify if we have an anterior or a posterior tilt. Now we want to look at some simple things that we can do for strengthening. Now, in another previous video, if you have a therapy ball at home, you can take your hamstring stretches, or I should say your hamstring exercises, you can advance it a little further by incorporating some balance. But if you don't have some of those things, there are some basic and simple things that you can do to go ahead and start strengthening your hamstring. So what I want to do now is we're going to kind of just come down onto the floor, and we're going to go through some basic stuff to allow for the hamstring muscle to get stronger. Now again, if our hamstring is tight, a lot of times also we have tight calves, because the two actually will play with each other a little bit here. So when we go through these exercises, you might notice that your hamstring engages, but also your calf, especially your gastroc. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to come down onto the floor, and we're going to lay in a bridge position. So I'm down on my ground. My sidekick is with me. My hands are going to be nice and flat on the floor. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first come up into a bridge position. So I'm going to go ahead and just lift up into a bridge position. Now, if any of you actually do have low back discomfort and you're noticing that your low back is engaging, please stop the video, because we don't want the low back engaging. You do want the hamstrings and the glutes to engage in this position, and you should start to feel them turn on a little bit. It shouldn't be excessive. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you kind of doing some of this stuff with my left leg, so this way you can see the right leg engaging more. So with my hands at my side, I'm going to put my left leg straight up, and I'm going to bring my body down and up in this position. This is known as a single leg bridge up. This is going to help strengthen the hamstring and the glute and even the calf on the right side. And you can repeat this one 20 times. Now again, if you feel your low back engaged, please stop. You might want to head over to the 5 basic core exercises to really start solidifying that core. Now from here, what we can do is we can go back up into our bridge position, and now we're going to drive our left knee in towards the chest, and I'm just simply tapping my foot onto the floor and driving the knee in. And again, all the balance work has to be done on my right side, my right calf, my right glute, and my hamstring. And what's also happening too is I'm not allowing my hip flexor to engage. So again, I'm holding and keeping a nice what we call pelvic neutral spine in this position. Now, the last one we can do to help really kind of engage the hamstring and work on some really nice what we call posterior chain firing is we're going to go ahead, we're going to lift up again, and now what we're going to do, and I'll show you guys with the right leg here, we're going to extend the leg straight out, keeping the leg parallel to the floor, and then bringing the foot back. Notice when I keep the foot parallel to the floor, I flex the foot, okay, and then I come back. So I'm going to flex the foot, and I'm going to come back. And I keep the leg nice and parallel to the floor, and that's exactly what you're going to do. Do not have the leg, up on an angle. You want to keep it here, keeping everything in relation. So now my left side was heavily engaging on that side. So those are 3 basic, simple hamstring exercises that you can do to start really strengthening that muscle group. Now, again, if you're having low back pain discomfort when doing them, there are a couple options. You can check out the the 5 basic core video that I did to really help alleviate low back pain, or you can take advantage of booking that consult with me where we can really address those concerns a little bit more. Now, again, remember, if you have tight hamstrings, you first want to do all the myofascial stuff first. You want to really strip out the muscle using your foam roller and your ball, stretch it out, then do the strengthening and repeat. That's going to have the best benefit for you. But again, remember as well, if you have an anterior tilt to your body, meaning you have that Kardashian butt going on, you're not going to want to do these exercises. You're going to actually want to address your hip flexors much more. So you're going to want to head over to the hip flexor video. As always, if you found some value in this video, give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. And like I said, if you want to go ahead and take advantage of a free consult with me, do hop on, book that consult with me, and let's actually kind of get you more pain-free. All right, everyone, I'll catch you in the next video.